Hello beauties, thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. I'm Jackie and I really wanted to do this video to show you this technique that I like to use to, for one, save the amount of foundation that I use. Two, it's the easiest technique to cover blemishes and discoloration in the skin. One of the biggest concerns for women of dark skin, especially African women, is discoloration, the darkening of the face around the mouth and like the perimeter of the face, and hyperpigmentation, which is the excess melanin, the dark spots that you see. That's probably the number one thing that hits us the most with facial discoloration and things of that nature. The struggle for cake face is real, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but the way that makeup has kind of evolved into, it's very easy, it's heavy, like makeup, it's very popular and it's trending. Like I said, I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do those things, but I would like to think that first of all, I'm a makeup artist, I'm an artist first. So my technique, I feel I can show you how to get that look without using nearly as much product. Skin's gonna breathe. It's also going to save you money because you use less product, and it's just something that I really think every woman of color should be familiar with. So basically, the easiest way to use less foundation and cut your application time, what I feel is in half, is by color correcting the discoloration first. You basically want to use something that is orange or like salmon, depending on how dark or light you are. In my case, obviously I'm on the deeper dark side, so I usually stick with something orange. This is the MAC Prep and Prime Highlighter Peach Luster. I am addicted to this thing. I love the applicator because it just makes applying it so easy. For a while I was also using Heat from Face Atelier. I think it's amazing too. However, it does have a pump, so you have to use a pump and a sponge. This, I can just apply it straight on. It's freaking insane. I'm going to show you the normal way that you would apply your foundation, how long it takes, and then I'm going to show you if I color correct the area first, then apply my foundation, and it cuts everything in half. So basically, in a normal world, you would take your foundation. I'm going to be using Stila Stay All Day for this demonstration because it also has built-in concealer. So as you can see, all this discoloration here, normally what you would do is you would apply the foundation all over. You'd probably start with a heavy application in hopes that it will cover on the first time, which is already tedious, and then you already start with heavy makeup. I really feel like and that's why I love makeup companies like Bobbi Brown, because her whole philosophy is skin should still look like skin. And when you're trying so hard to still cover blemishes with just foundation alone, your skin's not gonna look like skin. I don't mind seeing pores. Pores aren't a bad thing. It tells you that your skin's breathing, right? So you can see here that I've applied about a medium amount of coverage, but you can, I don't know if you can tell, you can still see spots here. You can still kind of see spots there and a little bit right there. So normally what you might do then is you would spot conceal. You would use concealer, right? And just individually treat those spots for the extra added coverage. And then you would blend it in with a sponge or your finger or with your brush, whatever. I'm just showing you the technique of what the normal scenario of what doing your foundation is like. That's what the flawless look looks like after you did about, what, 3 steps? You did the foundation, you did 1 layer of foundation, you're going to add another because you want the extra added coverage, right? And then when you still see that you can see blemishes showing through, you're going to pop a concealer on top of it. Now my scars are fading, so this probably isn't the best example, but I really hope that you guys get the overall look, that the overall point that I'm trying to demonstrate. So I'm going to take this off because I would demonstrate on this side, but this side isn't as scarred as this side. It's always one side or the other with my face. But I'm going to take this off and show you guys a quicker way to apply your foundation, and I'll be back. Okay, so now that my scars have made another guest appearance in today's video, I'm going to show you what my foundation routine is like with color correction. And basically you're going to take whatever you're using to color correct. And FYI, if you have fair skin, it's the same exact concept. It's just you would be correcting a little bit differently. So for example, if your concern is like redness or like rosacea, then you would use something green or mint to cancel it out. Do the same exact thing. You use way less foundation when you color correct first. I'm going to take my Prep and Prime. This is literally putting orange on your face, which I think I just ran out of. Oh crap. It's okay though, because I got 2 on backup though. You only want to apply the color corrector on the area that you are correcting. So you would not apply a product like this all over your face. It would just be like applying orange all over your face. We're only correcting certain spots. And I don't want to get into color correction way too in depth. I really feel like it's just, meanwhile, I have this mess on my face. It's just way too complicated for YouTube to try to do a course on everything. But I'm just going to show you that just no rule of thumb, orange is what corrects the darkness, which also explains why a lot of these cosmetic companies that don't know much about dark skin, their foundations are usually a little too on the red-orange side, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to overly compensate for some of the dullness that's in dark skin, which, I mean, it sucks, but it just really, they just need to work on their frontends. But I get why a lot of our foundations are usually on the warm reddish side. That's exactly why. So anywho, I went ahead and I applied that orange on the areas as needed. I also like to glide it over my lips a little bit because I have that dark ring around my lips, and that helps to conceal and cancel that out also. So basically the orange is working to cancel out the discoloration, right? So I only applied it on the dark areas. I'm blending it out now. It may have looked like I used more product than I did. I didn't use much. So then once I've applied that, as you can see, the scars are gone. So that alone looks like my skin is flawless. I already started with a great foundation, no pun intended, but this is a great foundation for applying less product. So I'm just going to blend a little bit of that in. I only really do 1 application, and then with the rest, I blend it out with my sponge. And I love, love, love this technique because it kind of helps balance out that darkening around the mouth. A lot of people like to call that, I laugh because Destiny Godly calls it the mustache deception, and it really does. Like, as a kid, people were always saying some shit about me having a mustache, and I'm not, even the other day in a video, some commenter said, do you ever think about shaving your mustache? And I'm not offended. I know I have upper lip hair. Most women out there do. It's not new. But the thing is even when I remove the hair, it still looks like you have mustache because you know, it's dark around the mouth. That's the way God made me. I'm not complaining. If I can fix it with products, I'm okay with that. But look how easy and flawless the foundation looks, and you barely saw me apply any foundation product. Like, you saw this live, girl. So yeah, it really just makes the skin looks flawless. It cuts applying foundation in half. You use less product. Obviously, if you're using less product, you're saving money. This is going to be an awesome technique for a lot of Indian women who have hyperpigmentation too, and so on and so forth. Same exact thing goes for under eye circles. I get questions sometimes. How do I cover extreme dark circles that still show through the concealer? You need to correct the under eye area first, and then apply the foundation. I promise you it won't show up at all whatsoever. Please do some additional research on color correction. I've talked about undertones and I've talked about color correcting here on my channel. A lot of people still don't really understand the topic. Like I said, some things are just not meant for YouTube. They're so complex, but I'm an artist first. I do try to bridge the gap and bring to you guys the things that I do know. So I hope that this gives you a good introductory on how to, you know, just the basics on color correcting and things of that nature. If you have any questions or if you want any feedback or anything like that, leave them down in the comments below. I really hope that you found this video helpful. I know that for me, this is like the foolproof to apply foundation without it being caked on or anything like that. And I'm still a cake face. I just do cake face a little bit differently than others. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you at my next video. Bye.